afternoon, everyone. My name is Carlos Quirola. I am a technical consultant at Brandwatch, and I want to chat with you about some of the challenges and opportunities regarding EV adoption as perceived by consumers online, both in traditional media outlets, but also through social media sources as well. With that in mind, I want to make sure that I can give you a little bit of an overview of the landscape around electric vehicle conversations online, so that we can dig into some of the challenges that have been discussed, the maintenance costs, the charging infrastructure, but we can also discuss some of the opportunities that are available with that information to make sure that we can drive EV adoption insofar as possible. And as a quick way of introduction, our company has a platform that allows us to search for conversations online in traditional media on the basis of any topic, and which allows us to really be able to find all of the information about what consumers feel about a particular topic, such as electric vehicles. With that in mind, if we take a look at a search around electric vehicles in English and worldwide, we see that there's a consistently strong volume that arises, roughly around 2 million mentions every month, and has been consistent for years given the interest that these vehicles have in the world in particular. Different than other topics, however, this topic is widely popular both on sites like Twitter, but also in traditional online news, which shows that while this is immensely popular on consumers online, it is also being picked up by traditional sources like the Wall Street Journal or like Forbes, which have high readership and can be widely influential. Within social, the conversation can be dominated by individuals who post frequently in order to be able to push a specific piece of knowledge or topic to the audience, but also by highly influential individuals such as politicians who are looking to push for new legislation or to sway the opinion around electric vehicles in a specific direction. Nonetheless, this increases the availability of data available to consumers to digest around electric vehicles, touching into subjects that permeate with the rest of the industry, such as the leading operations of companies like Tesla or Nissan, but also touching to emerging topics such as the cost competitiveness of Chinese companies like BID, which are being picked up online, but are also being picked up by traditional media outlets like The Economist. With that in mind, I wanted to focus on two challenges that exist at the moment for EV adoption, and essentially what consumers might be perceiving about them online. The first one that I want to talk about, and which is one that has been available probably since EVs were invented, is the idea of being able to charge your car and to have the right range in order to go from one place to another. That is a topic that is very constant. It garners around a third of the conversations from electric vehicles. And as you will see, it has its peaks, particularly around cold weather months, because people become concerned about how they're gonna be able to charge their cars. And this is driven by conversations in cold places like Chicago, but also in places like Alberta, Canada, where the government specifically asks EV users to not charge their cars to not cause any issues to the electric grid. The other challenge that we're seeing is the maintenance cost, which is smaller in volume than other topics, but it has been increasing significantly over the past year. And it came to a peak this year when the rental company Hertz decided to sell a large fleet of electric vehicles because they were concerned about being able to maintain them and to be able to afford the cost for repairing them whenever they broke down. And with that in mind, that opened up a lot of conversations for individuals who are concerned about these costs, who are concerned how they're gonna be able to afford repairing their car down the line, and which adds up to the final cost of being an electric vehicle owner. With all of this information and just being empowered with the knowledge that consumers have or have access to, there are many opportunities for many organizations involved in the EV landscape to be able to channel that information and partner with traditional media companies in order to differentiate themselves by promoting access to information that hopefully resonates with the concerns and the pain points that consumers have. So it's being able to provide tips around how to charge your car effectively during winter months and just be able to do this in a different way. And also to put the different brands out there so that they can be perceived as brands that listen to consumers and that act upon the needs and concerns of the consumers themselves. In addition to that, this provides an opportunity for companies to understand the conversation that is taking place in social media sites like Twitter and Reddit, to engage with that conversation just like many other Fortune 500 companies are doing, to understand the places where those conversations are taking place so they can make sure that they have a voice in that conversation when the conversation becomes about their brand or about a topic that they're particularly passionate about. Thank you very much.